Chris the Nightmare Ariel, and you're watching Mr. Boxing Today on YouTube.
Heavyweight boxing fans, what's the deal? Man, I was just looking at the damn betting odds for Molina versus Joshua, and they have no faith in Molina. Damn, I think they have him as I think they had Joshua like 100-1 favorite, man. But those are just betting odds, you know what I mean? But been thinking about this fight, been breaking it down, been watching a lot of tape, man, just going back and forth about what I think can possibly happen in this fight. One thing that I noticed that I believe, and I'm going to go over what I see in both fighters, what they can do. And what I believe is, first let me just start with the favorite, okay? Joshua, I believe that he cannot allow Molina to get any confidence in this fight. He has to take it away from him. If he gives him confidence with Molina, has been in there, he's been in these type of situations where he's been on, the other guys, the hometown fighters arena or state or city. And he's been there before. So if you give him confidence, man, I think he'll rise to the occasion. I really think that. This dude wants this fight. You guys can call him whatever you want. He's a bum or he's this or he's that or he got knocked out by this guy. Okay, that's fair enough. But one thing I do know is the dude's been active. He's been in shape. He's been in the gym. He's eating right. He's taken all the precautions he needs to come into this fight in shape and ready to win. And he's getting better by each fight, I believe. Guy didn't have a lot of amateur experience. So he's been learning as he goes on. And, he's been getting quality sparring. And I know people say, well, the Thomas Adamek win, that was against an old guy who was a light heavyweight and a cruiserweight. It's like, it's funny. It's like you guys want to pick and choose when a good win is a good win. I mean, it was a good win. We know, but shit, it just wasn't some just regular guy that fought at smaller weight classes. The dude won titles at those weight classes. So it wasn't, Thomas Adamek isn't some fucking pedestrian guy that just moved up. You know what I mean? He had some success at those different weight classes, and he was a slight betting favorite over Molina in his home country. So we just can't leave that out. Yes, I know he's the smaller guy, but let's just not leave out that he was that Adamek was the favorite. Regardless of how big you think he is, or he fought at light heavyweight and cruiserweight, that's fine. You got those are facts too, but he was also the favorite. Molina, beat the odds. You know what I mean? He can punch hard in each hand. So he has the puncher's chance, But I think Joshua will have to take away his confidence, man, early. He can't let him get confidence. And I know a lot of, especially the UK fans, when I converse with you guys, some of you guys throw all the American fighters in one box. I guess because they're all from America, they're all the same, I guess. I'm not sure. But to me, there's a big difference between Martin, Brazil, and Molina. And let me just give you my opinion as to why. All right. Martin, big southpaw. I thought he could have fought a better fight against Josh, okay? But obviously, it just seemed as if, from at least watching it, I'm not in there. I'm not the one getting hit with right hands. It just seemed like he didn't want no more. Now, you could say, oh, he beat the count, the ref. Just looked like he didn't want no more, all right? Just in that fight. And I've seen him perform well in fights. Like, I've seen him perform well against Joey Dweco. I've seen the Glasscoff fight. I wish that could have went some longer rounds, but it looked like he was trying to use his jab and catch Glasscoff. I mean, he was, trying to fight a tactical fight in that fight. But I don't know, man. Just like he didn't want no more against AJ, okay? Brazil fought a tougher fight than Martin, in my opinion. He was getting hit with some stiff shots, went down. He was getting up. You really had to drag him out of there, man. Like, now, you don't get brownie points for that. There's no such thing as moral victories, but you can't tell me that he didn't have a dogged type of attitude. Like, his attitude wasn't better than Martin's. I know you can't win fights based on just your attitude, but to me, you cannot compare both performances where one guy truly came to fight. Okay? And Molina has just as much heart as Brazil, has been put down on his ass like Brazil, and will get up and continue to fight. That's what I was saying about Brazil and the difference between Brazil and Martin, but people didn't want to listen. They just thought, well, he's going to lose anyways. Fair enough, he did lose. But it was a different fight, right? The Brazil and Martin fights were different fights when they fought AJ. We can agree on that. The result was the same, but it was a different fight. Molina has more experience than both of those guys, in my opinion. offensively, he's sharper than both those guys, in my opinion. And Molina has a damn good team around him. There'll be no distractions. He has a solid team around him. That plays a big part when you're going into fights. Is your team is having a solid team around you. He's not intimidated. He's not flustered or, oh my God, I've never been against somebody that, possesses power like this. Or, now if you want to sit here and try to argue who punches harder between Joshua and Wilder, I'm not even going to do it. But we can pretty much agree on they both punch pretty damn hard, right? Now some of you may say, well, Dillian White, okay. In my opinion, I think Molina should be higher rated fighter than Dillian White. This whole, because he went 7 rounds with AJ, and yes, he did buzz him in the second. Some people hold Dillian White, in my opinion, just mine, and I like White. But I think just based off that fight with Joshua, people rate him super high. You know what I mean? It's like, I mean, he went 7 rounds just like Brazil did, but I know he had Joshua hurt in the fight. A lot more offense on his end. So it's not the same because they both went 7. It was a different 7 rounds. But as far as heart, determination, as far as the fighting spirit and having will and going out on your shield, I think Brazil and White was pretty much neck and neck when it comes to that. White had a better offensive performance against Joshua, though. So to me, Martin gave just a slightly better performance than Gary Cornish, probably. I'm just being honest, man. But realistically, to all jokes aside, though, I think Molina has more experience than Brazil and is just as tough. That's what I believe. He has a good left hook and a good right. I mean, the dude has power with both hands. He's hurt every guy he's been in there with, man. We just can't sweep that under the rug. People say, oh, he got knocked out by Molina in the first round. Yeah, but Molina, not Molina, I'm sorry, but what's the fucking dude's name? Chris Arreola. Damn, I get mixed up, but yes, Chris Arreola did hurt him in the first round. He did knock him out. You're right, he did. But you just can't fast forward the tape to the knockout and not go to the part where he got hit with a good right hand and held on for fucking dear life against Molina. Now we can dock points from Molina for not being able to stop Arreola in that fight. He was still getting his experience up, though. If you put Molina in that same situation of him hurting Chris Arreola in the first round with today's Molina, I think it's a different scenario. Now, I know it's a lot of ifs, ands, or buts, but I'm just saying from what I think and how much Molina has improved, I think it'll be a different result. Could be. It's going to be hard to take away Molina's confidence. I think you'll knock him out before you take away his confidence. So I think AJ's going to have to be technical as far as the way he's setting up his shots. Going to have to work behind that jab. He's going to have to do more than just slip. He's going to have to get ready for a body attack. And he can't fall into a comfort zone because he might come out winning the first few rounds, being very comfortable and throwing his jab in his right hand and just get real comfortable and walking Molina down. Molina's good at just out of nowhere, boom, landing a hook or a right hand, or he'll wake you up with, with a power shot. You don't want to get just too comfortable and just relax with him. AJ's going to have to keep a jab on him, keep him at distance, and when he's ready to let his power shots go, then throw. But if he just try to go in there and just try to bum rush Eric Molina, man, he may find himself on his ass or close to it or badly hurt or wobble. Why? Because I'm not just making it up, grabbing it out the sky, because I've seen Arreola go through it and I've seen Deontay Wilder go through it. Now, if you want to argue, well, Joshua has better defense, I mean, we'll just be arguing all night. We can go back and forth. Molina does land on people, man, and they, for some reason, their legs do a dance. Now, can they stay up on, both feet? That's a different question. But Joshua will have to take away his confidence. He's going to take away his confidence, and he can't relax in here, man. If he comes in here trying to relax and listening to all the fans, and it's going to be easy work, and he could just go blow and fucking Molina falls down, blows the house down. It's not going to work like that. Measured fight. Work behind the jab, make punches count. And I think Molina, will, I know that they want to make AJ think. Make him think. And while he's thinking, hit him while he's thinking. Make him react to feints. Put him on the back foot or if he's trying to cut off the ring or he really can't cut off the ring, make him think. And while he's doing it, hit him at the same time. Make him question or doubt himself, his abilities. Make him get in situations where he say, man, I haven't been here before. I haven't missed this much. My right hand isn't on point tonight. I can't land it. And I'm getting hit. That's the type of situations Molina want to bring AJ into. You know what I mean? Now, anything can happen. We all know that, especially in heavyweight boxing. Joshua can hit Molina with one shot and knock him out possibly. It can happen. There's a high probability of that happening. Molina can catch Joshua with something and have him down and out too. WHYTE almost did it. I know almost doesn't count, but if WHYTE can put himself in that type of position and situation where he had AJ hurt, I think Molina is good enough to do the same thing. On the flip side, if Wilder was able to finish Molina, Areola, I believe AJ seems from the eye test like the type of guy that can do the same thing. This is a very intriguing fight, man, on both sides. I'm not, just trying to give one side more credit or the other side more. I know that AJ is the huge betting favorite. I'm not blinded by this or trying to make it seem closer that the odds are making it. I know what the odds say. But stylistically, what I see in the ring, the attitudes, the fighting spirit, what they do well, what they don't do well, what they've done previously, it's a lot closer than fucking 100-1, in my opinion. Molina seems as if he's got a little bit better. He's showing the shoulder a little bit. He's moving, showing you different looks, sneaking in with the jab, sneaking in with a straight right, moving back out, circling. He's doing different shit now. I'll probably drop a few more videos, man, up until fight night, but just, a few things are on my mind. You guys let me know what you think about this fight. I know what most of you are going to say. Anthony Joshua is going to win this fight easily. But let me know what you think in the comment section, man. I think it's a lot closer than 100-1. And if Joshua doesn't take his confidence away early, and if he's forced to think and get hit while he's thinking, I don't know, man. You guys let me know what you think in the comment section. I'm out.